Alright, look at my shades. We are extraterrestrial. 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 You know what's weird about being an extraterrestrial? I feel like if I were to squint my eye and tilt my head and roll my left shoulder back and skip my right head forward, I would be able to see what this land looked like before it got developed and looked like this. And the fact that I got on these extraterrestrial glasses speaks volumes, because California is a tech state. Like, I be forgetting that, you know? You think it's all beach and sunshine and chill and everybody just relaxing, but I forget how heavy in the tech world they actually are, you know? New York don't got no Silicon Valley that I know about. It's May 6th. I wanted to come in here and document a few moments with y'all because I've had such a fantabulous day. Fantabuloso. I'm into my shabby chic hair right now, so don't come for me in the comments. You know, I'm in California. I can get away with it. And I'm a student of life, so I can do whatever I want. Like, I feel like that is what life is really about. Life is really about the fact that we are all students. You feel me? And Earth is our school, and we are here to learn the things. Learn about ourselves. Remember who we are and why the fuck we came here. You know what's crazy? Like, I feel like I personally, and I don't know if you could say the same thing, but I know I personally have had the experience of trying to be in the sun. Hold up. I personally have had the experience of remembering and then forgetting again. Did I just say remembering in? Yo, I'm on one today. I'm proud of myself. That's what I really came out here to tell y'all. Let's have a story time. Story time about that time I woke up and had a panic attack and then had somewhere to be. Wasn't sure if we was going to make it. And then it was only 30 minutes late, including the stop to get coffee. I feel like I set a trend. I'm a trend setter. So this what had happened. I had an appointment at 9 a.m. today, and thinking about the appointment, I was like, it put me in a state of panic. Now I knew this appointment was coming up for days, but somewhere in my mind, I was just like, okay, boom, okay, boom, okay, boom, okay. And I have to really like check myself. I gotta figure out how to deal with it. I'm gonna come back to what it is that I gotta deal with. But so boom, I gotta do the thing, right? And then it comes time to do the thing, and I'm like, oh shit, I have my oh shit moment, but internally. And internally, everything just started going haywire. I'm just like, oh shit, you really about to do the thing. Oh shit, you really about to do the thing. The crazy part is that if I was in a public setting and I had that same situation, I would have been calm, cool, and collected. Nobody would have known that I was exploding on the inside. But I was by myself. And when I'm by myself, I give myself permission to have my experiences. But sometimes I need to do the opposite. I need to not have my feeling when I'm by myself. Internally explode. And then when I get into the public area, explode then. But control it. Anyway, so I had my internal explosion, and then I just went to the appointment anyway, because normally what I would have done was made some excuse and been like, all right, I'm just going to figure out a way to, make this up some kind of way. And I was just like, you know what? I feel like the lesson here in this moment for me is that there are things that you can control, and there are things that you cannot control. What I can control in this moment is myself, like how I choose to respond to the situation. So I could say anything to myself right now to calm myself down, to give myself some encouragement, to motivate myself, to love on myself, to put myself in a much more better energetic space. Those are the things that I can do. What I cannot do is figure out all the infinitesimal details that would need to be sorted out in order for me to do something that I could just be doing instead of having a freak out. So one, it's like, all right, I'm trying not to have the freak out. I'm forgiving myself for the fact that I'm already having the freak out. And then trusting that I can have the freak out, but not have to be the one to figure out every single detail of the solution once the freak out is done. Like, kind of like luxuriate in the freak out, and then express that you had a freak out, and then just see what happens, because that's all that you really can do. And realistically, I'm realizing like this is not even an innate behavior of my own. This is something that I picked up from someone, from being around them for such a long period of time, and I'm trying to figure out what more shit of theirs that I picked up that is not serving me in my life, that I definitely have to be like, this is not the way to go, ho, and do better for myself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really excited about the fact that I had that experience today, because it was such an eye-opening thing for me personally, and also it was a sign of growth. You know what I'm saying? In the sense that not only did I recognize what was happening, but I gave myself a solution in that same moment. And honestly speaking, like, that be the frustrating thing. That be the frustrating part, knowing that there's an issue and not having a solution for it. It is even more frustrating to not even be aware of the issue, but I guess on a level it's blissful because I don't even know that it's an issue. But once I become aware that there's an issue and I don't have a solution, that's when the frustration begins, because now my attention is at the problem, 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 at the problem. And now we finna find a solution. A solution. A salulu to the delulu. A salulu to the delulu. You know what I love about this hairstyle though is that the fact that I have all these spokes. It's giving. I feel like if I added some gel to it and did it on purpose and maybe some glitter, like see when the wind blew, it would have just stayed. That would have been fierce. Like, bitch, no. A shellacked bun with sticks, like. Shut up. Yo! So, yeah, that was a really, really cool thing to experience today. And then I says to myself, you know, since I'm already late for my appointment, I says to myself, since I'm already late for my appointment, I might as well get myself some breakfast, because that was the one thing that I was pissed about. I was like, damn, I'm pissed, and I'm not even going to be able to eat because I gotta literally run out the door right now. So I'm walking down the street crying like, damn, I missed breakfast, I'm late for my appointment. It's like, no, we're going to remedy this shit. Just go to the thing and eat. We'll just see what the fuck happens. So I pulled up at my appointment and everybody else was late too. I was like, you know what? But I was the only one that was late with coffee and a croissant. So then I went and used the bathroom because it seemed like they hadn't really gotten started yet. So boom shakalaka. And then now we're like 10 minutes to the next hour. So by that point, they're like, listen, we'll just start at the next hour. So in those 10 minutes, other people went and got coffee. And that's why I said I'm a trendsetter, because I was the only one with coffee in a thing super late. I was just like, you know, in my mind, I was like, what is my solution? My solution is, you know, I don't know if anybody else do this. This is what I do. This is what I do. I'm going to share a little something with you. When I get dressed, and I'm out the door and I'm on my way somewhere, I don't always think about what I'm going to wear in terms of like, oh, I'm going here, so I'm specifically going to wear this. A lot of the times, I just wear what the fuck I want to wear. It's still in alignment with the vibe of the space that I'm going to. But then in my mind, I'm like, okay, which character am I going to be in this space today? For example, let's say you are at a fashion show and you're inside the building, and just from a photographer's perspective, there's various people inside of the room. You have the models, you have the designers, hairstylists, makeup artists, kids possibly, either of the models themselves. Then you've got the people who work for the building, right? Because they don't own the venue. So whoever's venue it is, they have their staff to put out the chairs, clean the bathrooms, make sure y'all don't steal shit. You know what I mean? Security. So everybody got on a different outfit. You know what I mean? Everybody is serving a different purpose, but we're all here at the same venue for the thing. And then there's the audience, you know, whoever's coming to the show, whoever purchased the tickets, the families, friends, folk of the folk, you know, and maybe friends thereof, of patrons of the building. You know, you never know. And then whoever was intentionally invited to come, buyers, showroom owners, reps, etc., 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 designers. And then all of those people have their own personality, right? So what am I saying? What I'm saying is that's how I dress. Not only do I just wear the things that feel comfortable to me, but based on how I'm dressed and where I'm going will determine which personality I'm pulling out that day, because I feel like the personality makes the outfit make sense for the venue and the thing. Da, 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 da. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there's always that New Yorker that has coffee, smells like coffee or cigarettes or a combination of the both. Hair is a little bit whatever, you know what I mean? And they're like this fine line between polished and not. But you roll with it because they don't have offensive smells. Like coffee and cigarettes is not necessarily offensive. They're just like the smells of the industry. You know what I mean? So, all right, obviously, it smells like you was just outside having a cigarette. Obviously, you having coffee. We had a fashion thing, so it's not unlikely that you would smell like that, and then maybe a little perfume on top of that. So you would smell like coffee, cigarette, and whatever scent you put on it. You know what I mean? Your hair is doing whatever. You put on a fierce glass. You have a nail did. Maybe a cute lip. You know. The clothes are clean. It's just this what you decided to wear. You didn't do the pretentious thing. You were you. You just did that. You know what I'm saying? And so now you're making people uncomfortable because it's like, you're not wrong for showing up at yourself. The audacity. And they're not going to be like, bitch, how dare you show up at your... They're not going to say that to your face. They're going to think it. But they're not going to say that to your face. Woo would be the day. Like, bitch, you have the audacity to show up as yourself, and did. Because that's how they figure out the difference between who's actually an imposter and who's not. If they tell you that this is the trend, we're wearing trench coats this season with wide leg pants and a wide belt buckle with mixed metals, you know what I mean, and wedge heels, and you see everybody walking around in that bullshit, then you know, okay, these are motherfuckers that's stupid enough to follow my bullshit. But then if you see someone breaking the rules and you become the outcast simply because that's who they're looking for, you, the one who broke the rules, like, well, how come she's wearing skinny jeans with bedazzled vegan leather and V-cut white necks? with stilettos or ballet flats or construction boots. Like, why is that the vibe? How did we get here? This is not what they told us we were supposed to wear. And never in my life, I swear to you, never in my life has anyone come up to me and said, bitch, you're out of season. How come you're not wearing what's trending? And I never thought about, like, why is that? But isn't that interesting? And, you know, being from New York specifically, it's like the things that you wear, that's your arsenal, you know? I'm sure it's true for a lot of people in other different countries and in other different spaces around the world. But I just know specifically for me, from my experience, like, if you know that you're not gonna be on trend, then you already know you gotta come with whatever the clap back, come back. You already in combat. You are already the opposer, because you already don't do the thing. So I'm already on the other side, being like, blah, blah, blah. Been here my whole life. You know, been here my whole life. Been here my whole life. Shit is crazy. Shit is crazy. Shit is crazy. Shit is crazy. I used to get, like, made fun of, you know, for the things that I wore. For sure. For sure. And not even just the things specifically, but my coordination of them, you know? I didn't feel like it was entirely my fault, because I feel like when I would go shopping with my mom, the things that I wanted to actually wear were not the things that came home with us. So, and I ain't know about thrifting then. I ain't know about vintage or secondhand stores. I ain't know. A girl ain't know. I didn't know, I think, until my 20s. Yeah. I was late to the game on a lot of stuff. It's so weird. It's like, on one sense, I know a lot of stuff and I'm advanced in some spaces, and then in the other spaces, my head is in the ground and I'm just completely lost. Like, I have no idea what the hell you talking about. Run that back one more time. And I know it seems like I should know it. I know, because I was around during them times, you know, but I was not focused on that specifically during them times. So, yeah. You can take my black card here. Here's the backup. I don't even want it. Keep it. Shred it. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, you know, it definitely built my character. It definitely put me in a space to where I know who I am. You know what I mean? And when I sit back and think about some of the things that I've accomplished, and like when I sit back and go through my entire life and I take inventory of the things that I've done and accomplished and completed, it's like, wow, you really did a lot, you know? And I'm not even 40. So I feel like I haven't even really gotten started yet. I feel like all of this time I've just been learning. And I'm now getting to a point where I can actually build off of the shit that I've been learning. You know? Heavy on the learning. Heavy on the escuela. Heavy on the acquiring the knowledge, you know, accomplishing the things. Heavy on that shit. Heavy. And it's crazy because I feel like I don't know the weight of it because I haven't celebrated it, you know? I've had little moments here and there. So it's not like I haven't celebrated it, but in terms of like really being able to sit down, take a step back and like take it all in, like, and see it, you know what I mean? And experience it. Like, the fuck? Shit. I kid you not, I was watching a video of myself that I made for this woman that I met on the internet. So, some backstory. I was scrolling through TikTok and I saw this girl doing point, and I could tell she had no training and the shoes were not even good condition to be doing what she was doing. And I was just like, please, girl, if you do nothing else, take some dance classes for real. If like you really want to learn how to do this art form, but I really would suggest you put the shoes down before you break an ankle. And you know, why put yourself through that situation? Because that's just too much. That's just too much. So we chatted and I was just like, listen, I'll teach you myself. I'll teach you myself. So we was doing homework and I had lessons for her. And so when I was creating the videos to do the lessons, I got dressed up, obviously, you know. So I had my leotard, my tights on, put my little teacher dress on. I'm like, all right, I had to wear my tutu, but my ballet skirt, but I'm the teacher. And I'm grown up now, so I need something different to wear than what I wore when I was a student. So, anyway, I have it on video. You'll see the outfit. So, everything came together, right? Got the outfit, my makeup is on, got the hair going, and we're ready for the class. The shoes and everything. The only thing that was missing, I didn't pancake my shoes, which I should have, but I was glad that I did it because I wanted people to see that even with all this, there was still work to be done. I still got to pancake my shoe, you know? And I didn't get, they now have shoes that come in our shades. However, I'm not familiar with those brands as yet, and I don't know what shade I would be, to be honest with you, because I shift. So I would have to buy a range of shades, to be honest with you, depending on what season I'm performing in. Like if I'm performing in the winter or in a time where I haven't been out in the sun that much, then I'm going to need one shade. But if I've been in some sun but not a lot, then I'm kind of like in the middle. But if I've been baking and been out all summer and that's a totally different shade. So that's why I just leave on the color pink, you know, or I'll just dye them to match my tights. And this is where I'm going to have to do some experimenting because it's like, what am I going to wear for teaching, you know? Anyway, the point of the story really is, I was rewatching the video because I was looking for something else on my YouTube. And I was like, oh, what is this? And I played the video and I looked at myself and I was like, the fuck? I made myself cry. Have you ever done that? Have you ever put together a piece of work that was so amazing and then you haven't seen it for a while and then you go back and you look at it and you make yourself cry of how beautiful it is? And that's you? Yo, that was me. That's what I experienced that shit. I was like, I'm so beautiful. And I said it out loud. because I got a chance to see what the audience sees. So I wasn't even looking at myself as myself. I was looking at myself from an audience perspective, and I was like, wow, bitch, shit. So y'all better buy tickets for this shit, because this motherfucker about to turn the fuck up, okay? Let me tell you. That's me talking about me, but I'm being unbiased. Is that possible? Is it possible to be unbiased about yourself? I'm just being real, man. I'm just being real. Keeping it real with you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, worked every motherfucking penty. So now when I see that, you know what I mean, there's my own reminder to like not be so hard on myself, because I didn't forget. The thing is, I also have other shit that I'm challenged with. So other shit gets in the way, other shit tries to take my focus. But I have to be like, no, bitch. This is what we're doing. DANCING. Oh my God. Because I'll keep it 100 with you. Gotta be honest, you know what I'm saying? Dancing take care of all the bodies. The spiritual body, the soul body, the physical body, the emotional body, the mental body. Like, it's like cannabis. It's like a one-stop shop for all your healing needs. So imagine if you combine the two, the use of cannabis and dance. Ooh, do you know how badass you would be? Like I'm working out right now and I'm talking to y'all. And you're witnessing it. That's like 3 things happening. Working on my body, we're having a conversation, and I'm creating content. All I gotta do is share it. All you gotta do is share it. So that's what I plan to do, is share my gift of dance with you. Ooh, open studio class. That's what I should do. An open studio class, Friday nights. Pulling up. I just need to find a warehouse. I only need it for an hour. And people will have to RSVP. Spots is limited. Once the word gets out, I'll have to keep finding bigger venues. My goal is to get invited to Gloria Molina Grant Park during their 8 weeks of dance at the park for free and host a class. Wouldn't that be cool? Host a free dance class for all of Los Angeles at the park. And they advertise it. Everybody pulls up. Which is great for my style of dance because I'll be dancing out in the street anyway. I'll be dancing out in the street anyway. But they do specific styles of dance. So either I will have to fit into a genre or come up with my own. Then I will have to get that shit trademarked. Patent, whatever that is. Like how they did Zumba. Oh, that's money, yo. That's crazy money. That's crazy money. Get paid off of the certification worldwide. Get paid off of the merchandise. The whole franchise as a business, the use of the name, copyright licensing, sound license, yo. Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. That's all I hear. Ooh, child. So who wants to take class with me? Because I'm going to be here regardless. You know? You ain't got to dance. I do. I do. Or do you? Do you got to dance? Because if you got to dance, you should be dancing. Oh my goddess. This feels so bad good. This feels so bad good. You know what I'm saying? It feels like ooh, but also it feels like ooh, Woo. I wish I had like a massage at the same time. Like while I'm doing this, I wish I was wearing a suit that massages you, like from head to toe. And it could be very small bees going through it. And I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? That would yo. That would be amazing. A massage suit. I always used to wonder about that, honestly. Like, did they have a fashion show for compressed socks? Like, how did that go? Because I feel like the only fashion shows I've seen is like, you know, Tour Runway and yeah, Victoria's Secret fashion show, shit like that. I'm like, I want to see some different shit. Like, who modeled the compression socks? How did that go? Because they selling. You got to market that shit somehow. So how did they do it? How did they do it? Like, I'm particularly interested in this shit in the medical field. Like, fashion in the medical field. Who modeled that? Who modeled that? Some of these robotic arms and legs and things of that nature. Glasses. The air tank, the wheelchair, the walker, the cane. Like, did that come down a runway? The shoes, the orthopedic shoes. The gowns that they wear in the hospital. The x-ray vests. These massage thingies that they be having now. Shit like that. I'm sure y'all could think of some stuff. If you can, drop it in the comments below if I haven't said. If you're catching this on the replay, I just want to say thank you for being here. Your presence is appreciated. Your presence is valued. Ooh. I really think it's important to feel your body. This is no particular exercise. This is no particular exercise. I just can feel where in my body I need to stretch and contract and release so I can move this energy out of my system that's just basically been sitting stagnant and getting rock hard. Like, ugh. We don't need this, we don't need this, we don't need this, we don't need this. We don't need this. But I'm also pulling from techniques that I have acquired in knowledge base from years of study. So, if I was to teach my technique, what I would do is, it would be in two parts. One part would be having a space where we get connected to our bodies in a freestyle kind of way. Real organic, real natural, just, this is how I'm feeling today, bro. All right, cool. Don't go too hard though, because we don't want to hurt ourselves. That's where the technique comes in. So then, boom. The second part of the class would be implementing information needed for the technique application. Once you combine the technique with the free flow style, and then you fill your arsenal with different styles of movement, you now have different various ways that you can tap in to the different parts of you so that you are able to move the energy more efficiently or in a more desired fashion. You know? How many times were there, okay, they taught you how to do a thing and you're like, okay, I got it, but now this is how I want to do it. That part. I want to see how you want to do it. Because to me, that's the whole point of dance, is to be free. So if you never get to the point in the education where you experience you creating something of your own from yourself, then you don't really know what dance can do for you. the discipline it takes to choreograph a routine and execute it with excellence in front of an audience with an outfit that speaks for you. Is an experience I wish upon every thought leader, every motivational speaker, every teacher, every head of household, every spouse, every household, basically, really everybody. Really everybody. And I'll tell you why everybody. Because if I have the experience and the experience is meant to explain something to you, and you don't have the experience, you will not know what I'm saying. So we all have to have the same experience so that we can have a conversation, because we're speaking the same language now. And it's less likely, not impossible, but less likely, I suspect, that information will get lost in translation. Which is paramount, because I feel like when things get lost in translation, that's when things get lost in translation. It's like, no, that's not what I meant. And if you did know what I meant, we would have had a different experience. Maybe if I knew what you meant, we would have had a different experience. You know, vice versa. So now that I spreck it in your lingity, you need to be spreck it in my lingity. So I'm going to teach you my lingity so we can spreck it. You dig? Oh, yeah. All right. Class is starting June. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. All the zodiacs. Happy birthday to you. We love it. Yes, honey. I wanna say happy birthday to you. I wanna say happy birthday to you. Close your eyes, make a wish, think about it, blow out your candle. Ooh, y'all can't see it, but in the shadow, the sun catcher is being caught, and I can see a little rainbow in the shadow. That is so cute. And on that note, I'm gonna go. I love y'all. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Love, peace, and hair grease. Love, peace, and hair grease. Oh.